Hello, welcome back. This is part 2 of my walk through the newest Close to My Heart catalog. This one just came out on November 1st and is valid till the end of December. In part 1 of the video, which is also on YouTube, I went through the paper suites with beautiful ones, as usual. And so now I'm going to do the rest of the catalog. So we're starting at about the halfway mark here. And so this is where we start with the acrylic stamp sets. And you'll see here some sample layouts that were done with the different stamp sets that you're about to see. One of the things we're doing now with our catalogs is we are including the size of the layout, so you get a better idea of the scope of the different stamp sets and dies and whatnot that you're going to be seeing. So this one is a 6x8, this layout is a 6x6, and this one is also a 6x6. So here on the right hand side we have Gnome for Christmas. I think this is going to be immensely popular. I think we'll sell out before the very end of December. If you are interested in it, get it sooner rather than later. So it comes with 15 stamps, 3 of which are gnomes in different positions. And you can also buy it though with the thin cuts if you like having those. So here we have some sample layouts, and I think a lot of us think that stamps are more for cards, but these are a good enough size that you can easily use them on a 12 by 12 layout. So Gnome for the Christmas. I think it's going to be popular. If you're interested, you should buy it sooner rather than later. So here we have a few other stamp sets. We have Scandinavian Pumpkin, we have Merry Christmas Trimmings, and you can see a sample of that one right here. And they've used the Jingle Joy paper in the background there. And then here we have Beachside Season's Greetings, which is a fun stamp set. You'll notice that it comes with the sand dollar, which you can use to spell the word joy, and it comes with a starfish, a few different sizes actually, that you can use as a letter A to make the word peace. So down here we have 2 sample cards, I should say, that have been created using that stamp set. Here we've got Santa laying out on the beach on his beach towel, and this is really effective, I think, how they've used just a square and a rectangle of cardstock, and they've heat embossed using white, by the looks of it, some of these smaller stamps in the corners. Just add a little bit of interest. Really effective. And here's where they've done Season's Greetings, which is a stamp right there. Over at this one, they've spelled out the word peace using the starfish here, and they've also used an assortment of these stamps. It looks like they've used white heat embossing to create a Christmas tree. Really effective. Over here we have the Jubilee Crew. This one I think will also be a popular one, and it comes with 13 stamps, and you can also choose to buy it with the coordinating thin cuts. The combination of stamp and thin cuts, by the way, very reasonable at $33.75. And they've done a sample slimline card up here. Slimline cards are really popular this year, and so they've done a sample with it, and I just love it. It is so sweet. Looks like they've used Tim Holtz, the Distress Oxide inks to create the background here. I don't know if they're snowflakes or stars. That is this stamp right here. And then they've used this one, an assortment of dots as well. And it looks like those are heat embossed with white. But really, I would love to get this one in the mail. It's so sweet. When you're going through our catalogs, by the way, pay attention to the artwork tips, because what they mention here will tell you a little bit about how they got this look here, but it's transferable. You can use these ideas on other cards and other layouts. So that's the Jubilee Crew. Here we have Winter Friends. It's a series of 15, or a set of 15 stamps. And you can also opt to buy the thin cuts. You'll notice that there are 3 really sweet animals, and there are 3 different scarves. So you can have a little bit of variety when you do your stamping. And up here they've done 2 sample cards. For both of them they use the window frame die, the thin cuts die that we have in our core catalog to create a scene. This paper that they're using here, that is from the Serenity paper line. And then over here they've used the same window thin cuts and included the shutters from that set of dies to come up with this really beautiful, sweet little image. So that is Winter Friends. Over here we have Merry Borders, and it has a whole variety of boughs and branches and so on to create this look here, which is just gorgeous. And they show a sample of here's how they did it. So, you know, step by step, you can get that look. Now you can buy it just with the stamps, or you can buy the stamp and the thin cuts. The thin cuts are the Merry and the Peace that you see here. And so the idea is that you can stamp a striped background, or a I can't remember the term for this, it looks like graph paper. I'm a math teacher. You can do this sort of a cross-hatched background and then cut it, you know, using the Merry die or the Peace die. So that's what they've done here. But that is just a gorgeous card. Now we have Reason for the Season. That's a set of 5 stamps, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they have a sample card up here that they've used watercolor pencils with. And then here they've got a stacked Noel stamp, which they have used right here. They've made it into a tag for a gift. Over here we have Trust in the Lord. It's a set of 17 stamps. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Be strong and courageous. And, you know, and some other expressions. And here they've got this beautiful, beautiful layout. This is 12 by 12, by the way, in case you're wondering about the size of them. Just a beautiful layout. And here we have a Hanukkah stamp set. This one's called Shine Bright Menorah. And up here, they've done a sample card with it. And I really like how they've used either a circular punch or die to cut this out. Really effective. We also have a Flourished Joy. It's a set of 4 stamps. So you can see that one here. And Cheers, which they've used up here. And you'll notice the similarities between these 2 cards. They have a sort of a similar approach. They were created similarly, but both very effective. Over here, I think this is going to be another popular stamp set. This one is called Elegant Snowflakes, and it comes with 13 stamps. And it includes a few sentiments. You melt my heart, cuddle weather, warm winter wishes. You can opt to buy it with the thin cuts, and that would include the 7 dies to cut out some of these stamps, some of these images. The stamp and thin cut set, very reasonable, $37.75. That's what was used, by the way, to create this layout, this 2-page layout. You can see the stamps and die cut images running across here. I think they've also got a few Cricut die cuts in here as well, using Bluebell glitter paper. The gold stickers here, those were from the Serenity paper pack. So just a beautiful, beautiful layout. Here we have Welcome Sweet One. It's a set of 15 stamps. And if you know of anybody in your family or a friend who's expecting a little one, this might be a suitable one for the occasion. And you can opt to buy it with the thin cuts as well. Over here we have Teddy Bear Hugs, which has 14 stamps, and again you can opt to buy it with the thin cuts. The stamp and thin cut set comes to only $23. Really reasonable. And here's a really sweet little card that they've made with it. We also have this One Friend single stamp and a sample card for it. And now we've got a birthday stamp set. There are 8 stamps in this, and they're humorous. A little bit of fun to them. So that's one thing we have out. You see some sample cards here created with them. Over here we have one called From the Wildflowers, and this stamp set was used here. It's almost a tone-on-tone look to create this background. And then it was used, looks like with white heat embossing on, I'm guessing, clover cardstock to create this card. This beautiful paper here, by the way, is from the Mix-In paper set. And then we have this stamp, and it's called Thank You, Laurel. And that's what was used on this card here. And on this page, we have 2 different stamp sets. We have Dragonfly Wings, and we have Words of Cheer. And I am just loving this Words of Cheer. You can use it for cards. I'll be using it on layouts, soccer layouts of my nephew, some layouts of my niece, figure skating, dancing. It can be used if you're documenting, if you're doing a layout about playing board games and so on. All sorts of possibilities for this one. Very reasonable price, only $15. Now we're into the thin cuts section, and I am loving this Yuletide Borders thin cuts. I think this is going to be my next purchase. It comes with 6 dies. They're almost 6 inches long a piece. And here are some sample cards done with them. So this green was done with this one. The black string of lights was done with this. Here we've got a different set of lights. That was done with this string here. You'll notice that you get this separate light bulb here. That is the one that's used for the background color, so the red, the green, and so on. And then the Merry Christmas sentiment, that's cut out with this one. We also have the Geometric Grids thin cuts, 2 dies in this pack, and that's what was used for the backgrounds in these. So just beautiful, eh? Now we're into the Melissa Esplin section, and this is I guess a program that we offer to customers to improve their lettering, to learn a bit of calligraphy. And so there are more parts to it in our core catalog, but here we're just giving a little sample. This is a how-to, and it will fit inside an 8.5 by 11 inch everyday life album, but it takes you through the steps to show you what to do to have beautiful lettering like this. So if you're interested in doing more journaling, if you're interested in making your own titles, I should say, you might want to consider this. And now we have Story by Stacy. And what this one is about is it's a workshop kit for a 6 by 8 inch album. And it's called Holiday Stories I Love. And this is what you get. You get a 6 by 8 inch album. That's this one here. You get memory protectors. You get a title page. You get a closing page. You get base pages, story pages. You get white daisy cardstock sheets. You get sticker sheets. And you get a workbook as well. And what a great idea. And I can't help but think, we know Christmas this year is going to be different because of the pandemic. This is the one to document because it is different. And 20 or 30 or 40 years from now, people are going to be wondering what we did differently. Here's a good way to do it. So worth consideration, I think. We also have some mini albums, some 4-inch by 4-inch albums. So we have 5 different ones available here, and they are fun. My niece has this one. She just loves it. Her favorite color right now is blue, and she loves that it has a heart on it. But we also have these other fun ones as well. Now we're into the stamps of the month. And the stamp of the month for November, for this month, is this one called You Warm My Heart. And I think it is going to be popular. So we've got this, this mug, we've got this cup, we've got, looks like pie. This can be used as whipped cream on the pie, or it can be whipped cream on your hot chocolate. We've got some marshmallows. You warm my heart, wishing you a cozy holiday, sweetie pie, cutie pie, and so on. So I think this is going to be really popular, and the fact that you can get it for only $6.75 sure does help. If normally it is $25.75, you cannot order it on its own, or if you spend $60 in one order, then you can buy it for $6.75. And if you are a VIP customer and you spend more than $60 in one order, it's free. That's one of the perks of being a VIP customer. Now here's a layout, where a 12 by 12 layout where they've used some of the stamps, and here we have a pocket page where they've used some as well. So keep that in mind. If you are really liking this stamp set, there are opportunities to get it for only $6.75 or even for free. And here we have the stamp of the month for December. This one is called Happiness Never Grows Old. And it comes with all these stamps, 11 different ones. Be your own kind of beautiful, happiness never grows old, a thankful heart blooms year round, and then these beautiful flowers. Now, we've got some sample cards up here, and I can't tell from looking if these are watercolors. I have a feeling they were done with the tri-blend markers. One thing I have seen is having these flowers and the leaves and whatnot stamped with gold embossing powder, heat embossed, and then colored in with watercolors. And they turn out just beautifully. So this is the stamp of the month for December. It is available only from December 1st to December 31st. You can buy it for $25.75. Or if you spend $60 in the month of December, you can buy it for $6.75. If you are a VIP customer, then and you spend $60 in one of your orders in December, it's free. So something to keep in mind. One thing I forgot to mention, the November stamp of the month is available only for the month of November. You will not be able to get it after November 30th. So on to the back page. And the back page is where we promote Operation Smile. Operation Smile is a nonprofit organization that provides surgeries to repair cleft palates and cleft lips for children around the world, especially in developing countries. And we change the stamp set every year for Operation Smile. Right now it's Every Bit of Wonderful. It's a set of 19 stamps. If you buy this stamp set, then $7 US of the proceeds goes to help with this mission. Really worthwhile. Thousands of children around the world have had their cleft lips and cleft palates repaired, thanks to Close to My Heart. So that's it for this new catalog. I'm glad you joined me for this walk through it. I'm going to put my contact information at the end of this video. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions, or to join my Facebook page, and so on. Okay, I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks then. Bye-bye.